Hey guys, it's Shukraini here, and today I'm going to be ranking the top 50 Extreme Demons from worst to best. In my opinion, obviously there's no objective, you know, statements here. This is all my opinion. Also, one last thing I wanted to mention before I start. Um, older levels, I will be taking into account how well they have aged over the years. So if you see old levels near the bottom, like it's just my opinion. If they don't look good, I'm not gonna put them high up. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, without further ado, here is number 50. An obvious pick for number 50 is Silent Club. It's a pretty trash old level. Um, the only redeeming quality about this is the sort of interesting gameplay gimmicks. Number 49 is Calamity. Pretty uninteresting level. The colors are okay, I guess, and I think the whole reason of this level is just to be top 1 on the 1.9 demon list. Really nothing interesting about this level for me. Number 48 is Thinking Space. I don't hate this level as much as most people do, but it's way too old. It's aged way too poorly to go any higher on the list, but I do think it has a lot of charm, and it's a pretty interesting level. Alright, number 47 on this list is Necromancer. That's a pretty boring, uninteresting, unoriginal hell level, and while some parts may look alright, I guess, this particular frame of the level, or this part, has some of the worst colors I've ever seen. The number 46 spot goes to Visible Ray. This is a pretty inconsistent Mega Collab. The only redeeming quality of this is that it has somewhat of a theme throughout it. It has a consistent theme, but other than that, it's just a really trash level, and I guess it has a cool end screen. The number 45 spot on this list is going to Fragile. Now, while this level looks decent compared to most levels around it, it's so unoriginal, one of the most unoriginal rated levels in the game. It's just Coweretta, but with some more unnecessary detail, and it just makes the level look worse in the process. Number 44 is going to go to Renevent. While I don't hate this level by any means, I think it has a whole lot of charm to it. It's just too unoriginal, and it's not very clean. Like, this part, it's so dark. It just doesn't have enough redeeming qualities to go any higher up on the list. Number 43 is going to go to Deimos. It's a pretty, it's a remake of Phobos, and in many ways, I think it's comparable to Phobos in quality. Like, it doesn't really do much more than Phobos. Like, Phobos has some really bad end parts, and I guess this level improves on them, but that's really the only thing I can say that's much better about Deimos than Phobos. Not an amazing level by any means. Number 42 is going to go to Lucid Nightmares, a really generic early 2.1 rainbow level with awkward flashes. It's just, this level doesn't really do much for me, but it's not an awful level, but it's not good either. The number 41 spot on this list is going to go to Plasma Pulse Finale. It's a pretty long, pretty early 2.1, aged poorly, design level, but for its time, it's really not that bad. It's not a good level by any means, but it's definitely impressive to keep up, a decent design for as long as the level is. Number 40 spot on this list is Crimson Planet. This is easily one of the worst aged levels on this list. While I don't think it's a bad level by any means, the years have not treated this level well at all. Number 39 is going to go to Molten Core. I don't hate the pre-drop of this level, but the 9 Circles part is pretty trashy. This is easily one of the worst 9 Circles levels out there. Not only is it definitely not original, the black bars crowding the screen just look awful, and just not a very good level. Number 38 is Bloodlust. Now, this has essentially the same problem as Crimson Planet, where it is a good level, or at least it probably was a good level, but over the years, it's aged so poorly that it just can't be much higher up on this list. The only reason I'd say this is better than Crimson Planet is because it's longer. It's like the same quality as Crimson Planet, but just longer. And, that just makes it better. I don't know, more impressive, I guess. Number 37 is going to be Ragnarok. It's another really old, badly aged mega collab, but it has some good parts and it has some really bad parts. Probably the worst of the parts being whatever this is, and the best of the parts being NLEX. Number 36 on this list is Arcturus. It's a fairly boring level that relies mostly on its song, but I think it fits the song really well, better than a lot of levels do, so that's why it's so high up on this list, but it's not an amazing level. Arctic Lights is number 35, and honestly, I like the pre-drop and the ending, pretty good designs, but again, the wave is really boring. The 9 Circles effect isn't even that good. 9 Circles is just so boring at this point, it's hard to make it good. But for what it's worth, it's an okay 9 Circles level. At number 34 on this list, we have Sari Never Clear. This is a joke level. It's above a lot of levels. A lot more than I would like, but it has a lot of charm to it. That's all I can say. Number 33 is Akashic Records. This is a pretty inconsistent mega collab with some, fairly bad parts or just uninteresting, and some fairly good parts, but nothing too amazing. But it's an okay mega collab with this title screen is cool. Yeah, that's it. Number 32 on this list is Slaughterhouse. It's another Hell Demon, purely meant for being top 1, but there are a lot of pretty decent parts in here. The gameplay is pretty uninteresting, but I'll say River's part is really cool, and Iris's part is kind of cool. Yeah. Number 31 is Kawaretta. I like the idea of this level. It's it's kind of like a sunset level even. And then the colors are good, but it's just too dark, I think. Can't really see much. Number 30 is Cognition. It's fairly similar to Kawaretta, actually. I like the colors in it a lot. It's kind of caved in. It's fairly dark. But this one just has a better song. Cognition's song is easily one of the best Extreme Demon songs of all time. I probably like this level a lot more than I should, but it has some good colors, some pretty interesting structuring, actually, and the decoration fits pretty well with the song, but it is fairly dark, and it's kind of empty in some parts. Number 28 is Aquatic Auroras. I think this is one of the best 2.19 Circles levels, just because, it actually has some attempt at theming with the pre-drop having I don't know, the pre-drop is cool, and then it has crystals in the wave. It just has some attempt at a coherent theme in the level. Number 27 is Zodiac. This is a really iconic level, and, it was made so long ago, and most parts still look good today. Obviously, this part looks kind of weird, but most parts don't look that bad. They have some pretty good design, and it's a really long level, so, it's a really consistently good level, and it says a lot about the quality of the level that it's lasted this long, and it still looks, fairly decent. Number 26 is Aronia. While some parts like this look really good, there's a lot of boring parts in it, and one really bad part. But the high points in this level are really good, and it's also pretty satisfying to watch just because of the click sync. Yeah, this part is really garbage. Like, no one likes this part. Yeah, and this part is really good. Just a inconsistent level. Number 25 on this list is Tartarus. While some parts are really bland design-wise, like this part is, I don't even know if it's passable for rate. The high points, like this part and the next part, are really, really high points, like really good parts. So, number 24 is Kappa. This is a fairly, generic mega collab, but it's super consistent all the way through, like impressively consistent. Like, I don't think there's one part that stands out as, like, way better than the rest or way worse than the rest. Calculator Core is number 23. Um, I mean, it's just like it's a pretty generic, like, Glow Mega Collab. I mean, it looks good, but, I mean, Glow, it kind of gets old. But what really makes it impressive, it's, like, super consistent all the way through, and it's also, like, super long, like, crazy long. So, yeah, pretty cool level. Number 22 goes to Kinos. While it is a pretty, generic, I guess, Hell style level, um, it has a lot of good design in it. Like, what's there is pretty good, and for a Hell style level, I think this is easily one of the best. Number 21 is Asterios. I think this level has some pretty cool art and some of the most unique structuring in any level in the top 50. It looks like the gameplay is really interesting. Like, I know I'm not supposed to be reviewing gameplay here, but like the gameplay looks really interesting. And this part looks really cool. Like this space part, I don't know what it is, but it looks really cool. Number 20, in my opinion, is Sigma. It's like a Glow collab, and it's pretty old, but it's really consistent, and it holds up, like, really well for its age. Like, really, really well. This part doesn't. This part is probably the worst. Time hasn't treated this part very well, but other than that, this whole collab looks pretty good, especially for its time. Number 19 is the Yandere. This is a very good mega collab. Like, while it's not the most consistent thing, like, the theming is on point here. Like, while it all didn't stick to the actual, like, Yandere theme, like, it all works together really well. And while the sequel definitely, like, makes you think, like, the worst parts, they're not very good. Like, the Yandere looks so much better, but that doesn't change the fact that this is a very good mega collab. Yeah. Number 18 is Eternal Moment. Really solid Glow style level. Designs here are good. These effects are good. I gotta say, I don't love the background here. I don't like it when they just put, like, a rotating thing in the middle and, like, weird designs. Like, put an actual background, please. But other than that, good level. Number 17, in my opinion, is Hard Machine. While this isn't, like, obviously the best level, it has a lot of charm, and honestly, it's really unique. Like, it messes around with colors a lot. The structuring is, like, not really, normal. I mean, it's old, but it's impressive that it's that old because it's really unique. Like, it's a really unique and good level. For number 16 on this list, we have Sonic Wave Infinity. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the pre-drop to this level. It's like core, and core is overused and garbage and just looks bad now. But I will say the waves look sick. Like, the waves are amazing. The effects are really good. The 9 circles effect is probably the best of any level, like, ever. And then screen in this level is sick, but I've seen it so many times it kind of got old. Doesn't change the fact that it's a pretty cool level. Number 15, in my opinion, is Requiem. it's kind of messy. I'll say that. That's my big complaint about this level. It's pretty messy, but the atmosphere here is absolutely insane. Honestly, I don't think this is as good as the original Killbot, but the atmosphere is so insane. The effects are really cool. For number 14, we have Karis. Obviously not the most original level. It's a remake of Erebus. But Erebus wasn't the best level to begin with, so, at least they're remaking a bad level. So, if you're gonna remake something, remake a bad level so you can improve on it a bunch. I don't like Kulak's part, I'll just say that, but other than that, it's a really good level. Next up at number 13 is Spectrum Cyclone. A really, really good level. Great designs, really good colors, satisfying effects. Just really creative level. While some parts might not be the cleanest, some gameplay might not even be the cleanest, this is overall like a super, super good level. And it's a solo level, so that just makes it all the more impressive. At number 12, I have Wasureta. It's a pretty good level. Like, the colors are really good, and it's a consistent theme throughout. And the gameplay is, like, so good that it adds to the decoration. Like, it flows so well. The flow in this level is absolutely insane. And some of the art in this level is really good too. Just a very solid level in general. At number 11, there's Congregation. Honestly, people hate on this level way too much for being empty. And I mean, I can understand why people wouldn't want it to get epic rated specifically, but I personally think it deserves epic rating. The progression in this level is absolutely insane. Like, I know the pre-drop is long and kind of boring, but, like, it introduces new concepts, and then it just goes into this, like, crazy drop, and it works so well with the song, too. Just a very solid, amazing level. First one in the top 10, we have Firework. It's a really cool glow/design level. The effects are amazing. There's some pretty good art in here. And it's really consistent. I feel like in some parts there might be a little bit too much effects, but other than that, this level is solid. Number 9, in my opinion, is Omega Interface. I don't like core levels, but this has, quite a bit of core in it, but the effects in this make up for it. Like, the effects in this level are some of the best out of the entire top 50. At number 8, I have Truefet. This level has some very cool designs and some, decent art. I mean, there's not that much art in this level, but the theming of this level is pretty good, and this is definitely one of the best extremes to come out recently. The effects in the drop are also really cool. For number 7, I have the Golden. Now, I know this is probably a controversial opinion because, the level is really dark, but this level looks awesome. Like, there's some really good theming and art in this level, and I think this is easily the best top 10. Maybe Truefet is, somewhat close in quality, but yeah, this is really good. And no one can deny this last part looks, like, awesome. Like, the colors here are so clean, and the movements are, like, really good. Yeah, just a really good level, and I don't think the end screen gets enough attention either. It's so cool. Next on my list at number 6 is Promethean. I think this level has an amazing atmosphere. It's, like, so menacing. Like, yeah, it's amazing. And the freaking, like, break part, like, the gray part up is so insane. Like, this part right here. Like, with the lanterns and then the candles. The atmosphere in this level is awesome. Entering the top 5, we have Frozen Cave. This is, I think, one of the only art levels, or at least the best art level in the top 50. and it does it really well. Like, some parts don't look quite as great as the other parts. Like, I'll admit, this part right here doesn't look amazing, but the atmosphere, it nails it, and, like, the weird gameplay, it just fits with it so well. Yeah, it's a really cool level. At my number 4 spot, I have Cold Sweat. Um, this level is so overdone, but that doesn't change the fact that this level is genuinely amazing. The effects in this level are easily some of the best in the game and the most creative in the game. They just all look so mesmerizing, and the colors are amazing. And don't even get me started on, like, the frickin' wave. This level is insane. Even though it's overdone, like, this level it never gets old. It's a masterpiece. At number 3, I have Rust by Nejifu. This level is absolutely insane. Like, the atmosphere is nailed down to every little movement, every flash, every effect. It's so perfect in every way. And while it's simple, it uses simplicity to its advantage here, and the details that are there, like, they are necessary. They are amazing details, and I love this level so much. At number 2, I have Ouroboros. This is easily one of the best mega collabs of all time, and probably my favorite. It's just so well done. The theming is on point. The designs are amazing, and all the creators are top notch, of course, because it's the Viper Mega Collab. I also love the switch up here with the art style. It's awesome. And the boss fight is literally one of the coolest things in this whole game. Like, it's so cool. Ouroboros is an absolute masterpiece. I personally think that Nelv is the best top 50 extreme. The effects are amazing. The atmosphere is absolutely insane. The gameplay looks so fun, and it's just perfectly executed. Like, this wave part looks insane. Like, every part of this level looks insane, and it kind of matches to the music video. It doesn't match, but it's definitely inspired, and it does that really well. Like, oh, everything is so good. Like, I cannot describe this level with words. Anyways, that's all I have to say. So, looking back, this is just, looking at the top 50 and what I thought of it. I was pleasantly surprised that, most of the top 50 was pretty good. Like, I started liking the levels probably, 20. I don't even know what number 20 was, like Sigma or something. I like Sigma. It's good. But, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with how many good ones there are and how little bad ones there are. Like, most of the old stuff has moved out of the top 50, so we'll start getting, like, better levels in there, Honestly, though, like, yeah, I don't know. Top 50 was really, really good. Thank you for watching so much, and I guess enjoy the rest of Nelv without music, because I don't want copyright, even though I'm probably still going to get copyrighted by the videos, even though I'm going to credit them. Okay, goodbye. Subscribe.